runs. So that model is loading. The model name is, it is a model from Facebook. It is called Facebook DPR encoder of single NQ base. Okay, so it is loading up. Let's give it some time. Okay, and now you see that the similarity is scoring over here. So it says that this command.exe, arp.exe is almost like similar to this line, but these all lines are a little bit different. Like this line, the cmd arp.exe is almost similar to this line, and this all lines are a little bit different from the threshold value that you are seeing over here, 0.808, 0.31, 0.721. So let's say what I do is that I add one more sentence. Hello, you, and let's say another sentence. Hi. Let's say there are different kind of sentences like this. Okay. And what you do is that you compute the value, you compute the sentence similarity for this line. And what it will do is that you put a threshold value. Let's say I put a threshold value of 0.6. Okay. 0.6. So what will happen is that this command.exe lines, this command.arp line will be clustered with all these three value at once, and these lines, these specific entries which are like new in that database will be showcasing at a different cluster. Okay. And what I have also tested multiple times is that you need to actually pick up a better module. So this is a Facebook model which is which is not that kind of a good, but you can pick a more better models from here. Let's say if I go to the models and I pick a better models from here, for an example, sentence similarity, and I select this one. Let's say for an example. So let's say this model might be much more better than the Facebook model. So you need to kind of do a practical which model you need to pick. And all you need to do is just change the name of this one. Just change the name of the model. And what it will do is it will give you more concise points over here. And you can use that value to kind of like, let's say, do certain mode analysis. Okay. And figure it out. So there are different kind of models from here. So rather than kind of deep diving into machine learning part, which is like not our intention. Our intention as cybersecurity professional is to kind of utilize these models and kind of utilize machine learning models for us. So there are a lot of things over here. So one of the really interesting tool is called as summarization. Give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second. Thing is that there are different other models like that. So rather than kind of going into the nitty-gritty details of how machine learning works, because that will take years and years to kind of understand, what we can do is that we can easily use the already developed tools like this one. So one of the interesting tools that I normally use is this one. This is called summarization. Okay, and I will say you guys how you can utilize that in a cybersecurity field. Okay, so let's say you are handling any kind of an incident. Okay, for an example, you're handling kind of an incident and you are recording all the data or all the observation in a notepad or in an incident management tool. What you are doing is that you are handling an incident and you are handling kind of discussing all the details with different kind of guys. And let's say at a moment of time, your security leadership actually asks you that, okay, quickly give me the, I hope I'm audible. Okay. So let's say you are dealing with an incident, and thing is that, let's say the security leadership guys told you that, okay, at this moment of time, quickly give me a summarize, quickly give me a full idea of what the incident is all about. Okay. So in that case, what you can do is that rather than an analyst spending time in kind of, let's say, reading all the full data what has been discussed and then trying to understand what all things has happened, what you can do is that you can feed the whole data or whole of the conversation between the employees in the summarization module. Okay. And for that, again, what you need to do is that you just need to install this module, which is transformer module, pip install transformer, and then you say that, okay, I need to use the summarization part, and you give the model name. The model name can change there because there are hundreds of models like there, much better than Facebook, for example. And what you can do is that in the article section over here, you can replace that with the whole of the conversation that is kind of happening, let's say, between you and other employees. Okay. So once you do that, thing is that what this model will do for you is that, similar in this way, if you see, this is the conversation between different guys. So what you can do is that it will automatically summarize the whole data for you instantly. Okay. And then you can share that data to your security leadership. So this is another kind of, like what you say, a way to kind of like utilize uh, the uh, the tool, the summarization model, that has been really useful even for my case. So what I have been doing is that whenever my team is kind of dealing with like a massive incident where I need to, let's say, talk with hundreds of guys, what we do is that we utilize this model. And what it does is it quickly kind of summarizes the whole story for us, and we don't need to invest time in kind of writing the context. And security leadership can kind of instantly get the whole context of what the incident is all about. Any questions till this point, guys? Okay. So that's one thing. And the other thing which I also wanted to kind of share with you guys is that, then there is one other last module that I want to share from Hugging Face, which has been really, really important, is this question answering model. Okay. So if you go to the question answering model, what you can do is how we, like my team, my SecuCybers team actually uses that, is that whenever we deal with any kinds of incident for, let's say, several of clients that we handle, what we do is that the client normally asks that, let's say let's say my team is dealing with an incident from last 3 days. Okay. And let's say what will happen is that suddenly one of the client will ask me, okay, what is the status of the security? What is the security impact? Let's say, for an example. Okay. And what I will do is that, let me do one thing, ransomware attack on company. So let me do one thing. Let me just show that in a real sense how it will make sense to the analyst, cybersecurity analyst. So let's say you are dealing with an incident and you are having conversation with a lot of teams, a lot of guys, and you're recording all those conversations in one place. Okay. So what you do is that you just feed that conversation over here as a context. Okay. And let's say anytime. So on what you do is that you analyze a model, you implement a code, something like this, where you again install the transformer model and you give the model name. You can pick any model. There are hundreds of models to pick up. And then you give like whatever the question the client asks, that question you, rather than answering yourself, you just provide that to the model over here. And the context you provided the whole data, the whole conversation that you are recording for a security incident. Okay. And once you do that, what you need to do is that you just need to kind of, let's say, this is the whole data of the incident that I am handling. And suddenly the client asks me what is the security impact. So what I will do is, rather than kind of answering that client manually, I'll just kind of feed that data to this one, and it will give me the answer, like severe social repercussion. Okay. So so a lot of things. So thing is that you can ask a lot of questions. What is the correct? just like kind of a normal user. Okay, and it says